Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We got some news from Ukraine, obviously, and it seems like the Russians still have missiles, still have rockets, still have a desire to complete their operation, and unfortunately, destruction is in Ukraine, and the Ukrainian nation gets it because of big interests behind all this. This article comes from Ukrainska Pravda from July 19th, 2022, which is today, and this is the title. Russia hits Nikopol with 40 rockets launched from Grad MLRS. So it seems like they still have all these rockets, but Grad, I think they're old, but nevertheless, if they do the job, maybe you don't need to employ the more sophisticated ones. Russian forces used Grad multiple launch rocket systems to fire on the city of Nikopol, targeting residential houses and the Nikopol River port, and causing fires to break out at two industrial facilities. The source is Alexander Vilkul, head of the Kryvyi Rih military administration. Mykola Lukashuk, head of the Dnipropetrovsk Oblast Council. Quote from Vikul. In the Kryvyi Rih district, the enemy shelled the border areas of the Zelenodolsk Hromada last night. No casualties. So what they hit over there? No, the Russians, like 98% of the Russian attacks end up in either nothing, no casualties, no destruction, somewhere the rockets stop in the air somewhere, or they hit residential areas and then they kill, children and old people and women, and of course destroy kindergarten, schools, and hospitals, which I don't deny it's very possible to happen. It's just that it's impossible to always happen, or a big proportion of these attacks are just like that. They just have enough missiles and rockets to spare, to use, or simply they're just dumb, or both. I don't know. I don't buy this anyway. And it says here that in the Nikopol district, the invaders once again attacked the city of Nikopol using Grad multiple launch rocket systems. Around 40 rockets hit private homes now, ports, and two industrial facilities. Fires that broke out at those facilities have been eliminated. There is destruction elsewhere, but no casualties. Details. Lukashuk said that on Monday evening, Russian forces hit the port and two industrial facilities in Nikopol. As a result of the attack, a residential building, an outbuilding, and power lines were also damaged. He noted that in the Nikopol district, the air raid alarm sounded for almost 19 hours, adding, this has never happened before. So 19 hours, and you had, 40 rockets. So I would say, let's make it 20 hours. So let's say two rockets each hour. The all clear was sounded in the city of Nikopol and the Nikopol Hromada at 7:22 a.m. The alarm lasted a total of 18 hours and 44 minutes. It's interesting. It's interesting that the Russians still have firepower to hit targets. Unfortunately for the Russians, they miss the targets greatly, and Ukrainians seem to have no answer to these attacks, because I haven't read anything here saying that their defensive systems destroyed any Grad rockets. Nevertheless, I thought that Ukraine is in a counteroffensive, but that's still to come. There's calls, and I don't understand these calls yet. I understand. I can only analyze them and make assessments based on the information I acquire. There are some calls from Zelensky and other top Ukrainian officials and not calls, but statements made that they hope that this war will end by December this year. So I don't know if what's the December date in their brain. Obviously, probably it's something that they know we don't know yet. But judging by the support Ukraine receives from the Western countries, especially from the ones that were depleted by Russian gas and oil, or depleted themselves of Russian gas and oil through their sanctions, they probably would like to end this support and obviously the war by the time the winter settles. Because if they enter winter time with no reserves, no resources, no strategic reserves full, which they right now, I think I have about 50% filled, and from a report I read earlier this week, they are tapping into those reserves to make up for the demand now. So if they tap, that means their gas reserves and oil reserves will diminish. They hope that on the 21st, right, of this month, the Russians will restart the Nord Stream 1 pipeline when they receive that turbine from Canada. The turbine was just shipped yesterday. So I don't know how long they said takes this amount of time until it goes to Germany. From Germany, it's going to be taken to by ship to Russia somewhere, and then from Russia it's going to take about a week to install it or do whatever. And by those calculations that I found in that report, was about at least between 2 weeks and 3 weeks until that piece is back in place functional. Now, it doesn't mean that other pieces could break or they need maintenance all of a sudden, or simply, I don't know, is bad weather or bad timing, and they will not start it, or will start slowly, under the pretext that, we need to start slowly, I don't want to give analogies here, but you know what I mean. You don't want to go full force from the very beginning when you just have something that was not tapped in yet. If you talk about the turbine, right? You want to start slowly. Anyway, and that's with that. So I'm assuming the Germans, if they will not be able to enter winter with their reserves filled, if they will not be able to secure other suppliers that will provide their demand, they will make pressure, and they will definitely will pressure everybody else to do something about the Ukraine war. But I don't know if someone else, with this Great Britain and the United States, will cave in and will do something about it. So that's why this guy says, December, October. But he hopes to push it further. But nevertheless, these guys used 40 rockets. They still have them. Remember, in April, they were almost done. They're still working. They're still up there. More destruction, but no casualties. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.